As a child, Ashe was always a dreamer. She would take time to marvel at the colossal abandoned fortresses of her ancestors, and spend hours by the fire listening to the elders tell tales of Freljord's ancestral and fabled champions. There was one she loved more than any other though, the legends of Avarosa, the renowned queen of the once magnificent and united Freljord. It was a child's dream, but she knew in her heart that if her people could stand together once more, the frozen wastes of Freljord would reach greatness once again. Thus, she swore this oath. When Ashe was at the age of 15, her mother was killed while commanding the tribe on a brash raid. She was suddenly thrust into her mother's role as leader, and as such, Ashe made the difficult decision to follow her childhood vision instead of seeking the revenge she so craved for her mother's death. Passionately, she spoke against the tribe's demand for retribution, declaring to them that the time had come to put blood feuds aside and broker a lasting peace across the land. This led to some unscrupulous dealings amongst some of her warriors who questioned her fitness to rule, and even hatched a treacherous plan to kill their young leader. The assassins made their move while Ashe was on a routine hunt, but their plan was interrupted by the warning cry of a great hawk. She turned and looked back to see her tribesmen approaching her with their swords drawn. She was outnumbered and overwhelmed. She could do nothing but run. And so she did for hours and found herself deep within unknown territory, with her weapon lost in the chase. Tired and alone, her faith had almost diminished, until she heard another cry from the hawk who had warned her of her tribesman's betrayal. With nothing more to lose, Ashe placed her faith in the strange creature and followed it to a clearing. There she found the bird perched on a pile of stones which looked to be an ancient Freljord burial cairn. With one last glance, the great hawk screeched and flew away. Carefully, Ashe approached the mound, but as she did, she could feel her breath turning to frost, and an unnatural cold chill wavered through her bones. It was only when she reached the mound that she saw a single rune upon its hilt, Avarosa. Ashe's assassins had caught up with her. They burst into the clearing, and without a second thought, Ashe lifted the runestone from the cairn to defend herself, revealing something hidden underneath. An ornate bow carved entirely from ice. She grasped it, crying out in pain as frost formed on her fingers from the touch. The power of the bow had been awakened, and the power of the ice-cold weapon flowed into her, awakening a tremendous power that had always lived within her. She turned to face the assassins, drawing the frozen string back, and by sheer instinct, willed arrows of pure ice to form from the cold, crisp air around her. With a single frozen volley, she ended the insurrection of her tribesmen. Ashe once more turned, thanking Avarosa for her gift, and replaced the cairn stone back onto its resting place. Upon her return home, Ashe's tribe immediately recognized the legendary weapon in the archer's hand as a blessing from the ancient Freljord queen herself. With Avarosa's bow and her own vision of peaceful unification, Ashe's tribe soon swelled, becoming the largest in the Freljord. She renamed them the Avarosan in respect and honour to her ancestor, and now they stand together with the belief that the united Freljord can once again become a great nation.